Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Tone's Market Analysis for Sunday, August, what's today, 27th, I'm guessing, my best guess. As you can see, I am back in the woods, and I am going to do a market analysis from here because it's Sunday. Tomorrow is actually a busier day for me. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing screen now. There you go. You can see the live chats swinging by. But once I open up my chart, that will no longer be visible. So let's go ahead and get started. I have, as you can see, this is my check right here. I have 45. Oh, I don't need that. There we go. I have about 45 minutes left, 45% left on my battery. So let's see what we can get done. I have a maximum of 1 hour. So we'll definitely get this done within 1 hour. All right. My website, unfortunately, no time to update it. I'm going to get on that maybe next week. Update my calendar a little bit. I will be going through Europe. My next video will be back in my house, and I'll talk a little bit more about it, about my travel schedule and everything to that regard. All right, traditional market's going to go to like lightning quick. Okay, so the good news is that we did not have a market top. The reason I know almost for a fact that we did not have a market top is because it took way too long to get out. On this entire chart, the only point that remotely comes close to our long-term high was this point right here, okay? Where I say can be all-time high, you only had 1 day to exit, and in reality, a couple of hours. Because you had a month to exit, that's not the all-time high. Now, it's a bit unfortunate that we're still stuck under the 50-day moving average, but we almost closed back above it on Friday. If we can close back above this 50-day moving average, we could be fine, okay? I will double-check the numerical indicator, and I'll say it early. Those that are interested in learning this, I mean, if you're clever, you can start Googling, because I don't call it by its real name. And you can start Googling, and you can find it, and you can do all the research you like. And but in order to get my information on it, that's what the tone-based consulting service is all about. I really thought this was like a more lasting high, because not only did the candle look like a high, then this indicator will also happen to be on a perfect top 9 call, okay? But once we went back up there, I knew it wasn't a high. So had a couple of bad days, mostly had to do with Trump. And the numerical indicator isn't very useful at the moment. It kind of called a buy, but I wouldn't have bought. Some discretion is needed. We're below the 50-day moving average. Let's wait till we start. Once we start closing back above 2450, I'll be back fully bullish. Right now, I'm neutral on the S&P 500. There is reason for short-term thinking that the 50-day would reject it. We would go down to the 200-day, and then from there, we would go back up. This is one option. I mean, it's as likely as us going straight up. But the idea that the market has like seriously topped, that doesn't really make much sense to me. All right, is everything good? Yeah, because people are. All right, well, never mind. Usually when I get a bunch of Skype messages, I start to get worried that the sound isn't good, the audio isn't good, or the video isn't good. But it looks like I have 280 viewers, and yeah, so it looks like everything's fine. Okay, all good, excellent. Thank you, guys. Anyway, all right, so that's one option. Most likely, we're going to start closing above the 50-day moving average and go back up, okay? Because the weekly chart, there's a red arrow back there. Again, the weekly chart, this has happened before. We've fallen all the way down to the 200-day and then reversed, 200-week, I should say, and then reversed. We haven't even fallen to the 50-week. I mean, there's plenty of pullbacks in the S&P 500 left. So no matter what happens, we're still bullish. Like, even if the S&P 500 falls like another 200 points, it's still bullish. We're still going to go to new all-time highs. We'll probably go to 3,000 on the S&P. Yeah, here's another 9 on the weekly that could have been sustainable, but it wasn't even sustainable. Like, it's just shorting the stock market right now is as dangerous as shorting Bitcoin right now. Like, there's just nothing there. Okay, it's ultra bullish. I mean, you can blame manipulation, you can blame money printing, you can blame inflation. It doesn't matter. The point is, if you buy the stock market, you will. It's only a matter of time before you're making more money. Okay. Take your profits, put them into Bitcoin if you hate fiat. I mean, that's really up to the person. All right, done with the markets. Let me close that. I'm going to save. I'll leave the arrows. I mean, it's, you know what? Maybe I can make the charts bigger. Let me see. Yeah, let me see if I can make the charts bigger right here. All right, maybe I'll use that. There we go, a little bit bigger. All right, here's the daily chart of gold. I don't know, gold. I've been staying away from gold. I've been too scared to trade gold. Fundamentally, I think fundamentally and technically, gold should have bottomed below 1,000, but it hasn't. So now I have a bit of a problem with gold. We had this one candle. Now it's complete consolidation on the daily chart. We're above the 50-day, above the 200-day. My indicator is already on it. There was a nice, beautiful buy signal here. There was a sell signal here that didn't really work as well. And now the numbers are flip-flopping. I mean, look, we're making a 7, and but look how flat it is. Like, oh man, like we can get a 9, and there's like no money to be made here. So I like the consolidation. I need the consolidation in order to trust the market to go long. So here's the weekly. Here's this yellow line. I honestly did not expect it to break the trend line this year. I expected it to fall out of the triangle, go make new lows, and then bust out to $5,000. That didn't happen. So now I'm waiting. I'm going to zoom in on this. It's starting to show first signs of a bull market, just first signs. On the weekly chart, again, I have my indicator up, and it's a 6. If we get to a 9, barely over this line, like I'm always conflicting between bullish and bearish signals. I need to see like maybe 1 bearish signal and like 5 bullish signals to go bullish. And I haven't seen that in gold in like years, literally years. So I'm not buying it yet. I mean, if I 1,300. I'm going to pick a round number, 1,300. I need to see gold steady above 1,300, and it's having a problem breaking through it. I'm not touching it. I'm just not touching gold. Oil was much easier. Oil, I drew this channel a while ago. It's been sitting in this channel. The moment it got to the top of the channel, I drew this red arrow. I'm still looking for this short on oil. It's moving like a snail. Nobody cares. Oil is totally irrelevant. And I'm waiting for it to go back down to the bottom of the channel. Like I can't be bullish gold. I can be bullish gold if it goes back above the 50-week moving average. Now we're getting a red 1, so even the indicator is flipping. If we get a lower low on oil, like around 44 bucks, there might be a reason to go short oil and try to make some money. But I don't have time to like deal with the snail pace of oil trading, so I haven't really touched it. Euro. So that didn't work out. So, okay, let me zoom back out. All right, so here's oil. Sorry, here's the euro. And I've been expecting, I mean, this is an unprecedented run. It's a ridiculous run. Euro doesn't deserve this. It's just annihilated all the shorts. But look, you see this green arrow? I drew that early. And then I drew this arrow. I mean, these go back to my videos months ago. As much as I don't like the euro, and I think it's completely flawed, and I think it's going to collapse, the technical said euro will go higher. I would never trade it. Again, me going long the euro is like going short Bitcoin. It's dangerous as hell. I wouldn't do it. I will just wait for the perfect short trade. I thought I had the perfect short trade on the weekly chart. Let's zoom in as to why. It was an unprecedented euro run, and it stopped on a reversal candle at the 200-day moving average. It couldn't bust out above the high for 2 weeks, and it was already on a red candle at the average. If I throw my numerical indicator on, it happened on a 9 that followed the reversal candle. Now, this is not a perfected 9. This is why you have an orange arrow instead of a red arrow. So it's not a great 9. I put in this short trade. Okay, I didn't actually put it on because I got too busy and I honestly forgot. Okay, I put it on TradingView, but I didn't actually put any money on this trade because I just forgot. Had I put money on this trade, I would have been immediately stopped out of this trade for a tiny loss. That's not a big deal. Also, I probably would have been careful in entering this trade because if the price is running up, I'm going to wait till I see a reversal candle. And this is where I'm going to go to the daily candles. Now, this is a 1. If the next candle starts trading above this 1, the bullish play is back on the table, and maybe I'll draw another green arrow and I will defer the red arrow. I mean, this is trading. This is what trading is. It's not easy. It's not a money printing machine. Okay, let's go to the daily chart and see what happened. Okay, Euro on Friday. I'm going to throw on my indicator right from the start. Okay, you got every single case. This is the back test version where you see every single number. Okay, so this 9 right here told me that the Euro run should be coming to an end. Okay, but then it went a little bit higher, and then this 1 told me, okay, maybe there are short trades on the table. I was trying to short the Euro. What price was I trying to short the Euro? Hold on a second. Let's see. I was trying to short the Euro around what price? Around 1.185. Okay, so let's go to the daily chart. Where is 1.185? What's the high on this candle? 1.188. But I think I put the trade on after this candle happened, right? So I was waiting for 1.185. Does this have 1.185? No, it came short. Did this have it? No, it came short. So the only day I could have actually shorted the Euro was on this monster day. Would I have shorted the Euro if I was an active trader and not on airplanes and running around and making videos? The answer is absolutely not. This is a daily candle that did nothing but run up. I'm not going to guess where this candle is going to end. I'm going to wait. Not to mention my numerical indicator is, showing me to go long. So I would have waited to see some reversals. Now, maybe I would have gone to, well, 4 hour doesn't make any sense in reality. I would have gone to 1 hour on a currency chart. So here's the 1 hour play, okay? Here's the 1 hour play, right? Did this candle go above 1.185? It did not. So the only time I would have considered shorting the Euro was on this hour. You have to be crazy to short it right in the middle of this hour because you don't know how the hour is going to end. It could have ended, well, like for all we know, like the US dollar could have been imploding and the Euro was going to go to like twice the value of the dollar. This is insane, right? So even though that if I would have this is why professional traders need to sit in front of a market and don't make YouTube videos. Okay, this is one of the reasons why I don't actively trade. Because if I had put that trade in, which I actually meant to do, I just didn't have the time to actually put it in, I would have entered and I would have, it would have stopped me out somewhere on this hour. But in reality, I would have never traded this hour. What is it about this candle above the 50-hour moving average that's telling you there is a good short play there? And there isn't. Okay, there's nothing here. So you go to lower time frames to actually enter your trade. And this is why this is an educational channel more than it's, oh, I'll just listen to Tone and I'll just do what Tone does, okay? Not how trading works, guys. If you have to follow somebody else's trades, you're not a trader, okay? So you have to look for reasons to short the Euro. This is not a reversal candle, not a reversal candle. Well, maybe it is if the next candle would have fallen, but it didn't. Not a reversal candle, not a reversal candle, okay? So we wait. Maybe we have to wait 2 more hours. Okay, maybe we have to wait another day. But I still would like to short the Euro and try to make some money on it. But right now, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait for signs of a reversal. And if it takes another 9 on a daily or on a weekly, that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to wait. All right. But I am trying to time a short trade on the Euro. Okay, way too much time on the Euro. Let's get to the Bitcoin. All right. All right, guys. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your support. I always try to say this right before I do the Bitcoin stuff. All right. I will try to get to as much of your Q&A as possible. It's about 4:45 right now. We're going to try to get through Bitcoin a little bit faster. And let's see. Okay. All right, so here's Bitcoin on a weekly chart. I talk about it every morning, so please go and check out the World Crypto Network, where we talk about it in the mornings, okay? Where I do a quick view of it. Here's the weekly chart. The weekly chart looks awesome, looks absolutely awesome. The weekly chart, I said it on Twitter, I said it on my videos, right here at 2,825, the weekly chart became a long for me. It hasn't, I haven't even been close to being worried about the bullish trend. I see the bullish trend as lasting 3 more weeks, 7, 8, and 9, okay? 3 weeks from now is going to be middle of September. The war drums for SegWit2x are going to beat real hard, okay? And we're gonna spend a lot of time talking about it. I mean, there's no breaks in Bitcoin. You got to defend it. You got to defend it. And I think everything I'm doing is helping the price of Bitcoin and helping the adoption of Bitcoin, though big blockers will obviously disagree. There's not much to say about the weekly chart. I don't even want to zoom it out. Like, I can zoom it out, and there's really nothing to say. I don't really think it's in. I don't really think it's in a big bubble. Okay, so I would love to see it hit this green line one day, but we're going to need a lot more adoption for that. All right, and based on my numerical indicator, which again, thank you to private clients that have inquired and are starting to educate themselves about this indicator with lots of research, and I'm pointing them to some research. It's not my indicator. I didn't make it. Anyway, all right, let's move on to the next chart. What is this? This is the bird's eye view of Bitcoin. I don't see any reversals here. I don't see any. It's just a cup. Just a cup. We might get a handle. Might get a cup and handle here. That would be nice, right? Trying to see where the cup and handle is, but that's just a cup, okay? And we can either bust out and go higher. We can have a little pullback and go higher, but we're going higher. This is a daily double top. It's not going to stop it. It's possible that we're going to crash back down to 3,000. It's possible we're going to crash back down to 2,700. I doubt it. There will be. I think we're good into September. I don't think the big blockers and the 2xers have any momentum. They're trying to create momentum, but they just don't have it. Okay, the no 2x movement on Twitter is gonna, like, make them cry. It'll make them cry, literally. All right, it's not gonna happen. So bird's eye view, not much there. Okay. Daily. This is the big one. This is the one I'm watching the most, right? We went live right here on WCN because I really thought we were going to close the day above 4,400. I need a daily close above 4,400. Bitcoin has never closed above 4,400. The closest we've come on Bitstamp, and again, I'm using Bitstamp. Please adjust for your exchange accordingly. I'm using Bitstamp. The highest we've closed is 4,380. Close, but no cigar. Okay. I'm looking for a close above 4,400. And then I'm looking for the next candle to start trading above the all-time high. The all-time high is 4,480. That's what I want to see. I want to see a close above 44 and starting to trade above 44.80. That would set it up to go to the nice round number of 5,000. That's still my target. This triangle was drawn prematurely. I probably should not have drawn it. I jumped the gun, a little bit, and I was wrong. I mean, what are you going to say? I should have paid closer. I should have trusted this 9 a little bit more. I should not have trusted this 2, 3, and 4 because they were very, very small. They were barely higher than the previous one. I should have trusted this red 1, telling me that, there is some caution. You need to be in cash. The 2 did tell you to go short, and then, of course, it pulled back up, so you get scared and potentially lose money on this trade. This 5 got real scary, but the end of the day candle is very bullish. And this 2 potentially puts you back in the market, but I probably wouldn't have done it. Again, I'm waiting for it to cross about 4,400 and giving me a higher high. But when it happens near a 9, I'm once again conflicted because a 9 is telling you to be cautious. So Bitcoin is taking its time. And the more time it spends trying to break above 4,500, the more violent the breakout is going to be. Now, I think this breakout is being neutered by the hard fork war drums on Bitcoin again, okay? Now, I think it's atrocious for the 2x people to try and hard fork again after the clear disaster of BCash, okay? Like, I mean, I really want to start like going off on a cursing rant, but I'm trying not to, okay? Anyway, shorter time frames, all right? This is the hourly chart. The hourly chart I don't find very useful in this environment. Now, here's the 4-hour chart. I'm gonna delete my my drawings from the 1-hour chart because they don't make sense. I'm starting to be more open to drawings on a 4-hour chart, and I've thought about this, and I'll tell you guys why. Okay, I'm a traditional trader. There's no such thing as a 4-hour chart in traditional trading because the markets open at 9:30 in the morning and the markets close at 4 p.m. So the markets are only open for about 7.5 hours out of the day. A 4-hour chart is ridiculous. Okay, Bitcoin market is open 24 hours a day. So 24 divided by 4 is 6. 6 candles in a day. Traditional markets, hourly charts matter. And in a traditional markets, you have 7.5 candles, or technically 8 candles as well. So a 4-hour chart in Bitcoin is in a way similar to a 1-hour chart in traditional markets. So I am starting to be a little, warming up to the idea that maybe a 4-hour chart in Bitcoin is, or in all crypto, is something to potentially pay attention to, okay? And it was very, very interesting that on this particular chart, which is Bitfinex, and I wonder if Bitstamp is different. Let me just switch to Bitstamp real quick, because I'm starting to like Bitstamp much more than Bitfinex. No, it looks the same. The numbers are the same, right? So I kind of like how there was this 9 right here on this hammer hand. I mean, that's what you want to see. You don't want to use just one thing. You want to find your favorite indicators. Your favorite indicators. For me, it's this numerical indicator, but that's me, okay? It's because I'm comfortable with it. I've used it for over 10 years. Almost nobody in Bitcoin had heard of it before I showed up, okay? And so not only did we get this 9 telling you to potentially go long, we had this monster reversal candle. And I love this candle. It's my favorite candle out of them all. And I love trading candle patterns. And the RSI is right at the oversold. And the MACD is about to cross, okay, after going down for a while. Like so many things on this 4-hour candle. And I'm seeing this in hindsight, of course, because I wasn't looking at the 4-hour chart. This is where you want to try to time your trade. This is useless, completely useless, okay? So let's move on. What do I have next? I don't even know what I have next. What is this? This is BCash, because I don't have my bar on top there. BCash, oh God. Whatever this pump was, maybe somebody went on Korean television, scammed everyone, telling them that BCash is Bitcoin. I don't know what happened. I can't explain this, right? You guys can make fun of me all you want, that Tone predicted a $5 price of BCash, and yeah, and this pump happened. BCash is trash, okay? When did this indicator tell you to go short? Well, right here on the 2. When this 2 started trading below the 1, it was a sign to go short, okay? And now, here on BCash, man, if you haven't sold it yet, it's your call. I sold mine. You want to know where I sold mine? I sold mine around here. Yep, that's about it. I think I sold mine here. That's where I sold mine. I think. I don't know. Yeah, because I wasn't in over here, and when this was happening, I figured I'm not even going to bother. This thing is going to go to 0. And then when it didn't go to 0 and it popped, I said, you know what? Maybe it's not a bad idea to take my 10%. And then by the time I got all my shit together, and I spent all night looking for old private keys because I wasn't prepared, this is where I was selling. And trust me, I did not cause this fall. Unlike Trace Mayer, I had no problem selling all my Bitcoin within a couple of hours. Anyway, or selling all my BCash in a couple of hours, I should say. So I don't care. Let's move on. Litecoin. What is this? Is this weekly? This is weekly. Litecoin is having a good week. It's having a good week. What do you want me to say? It's still on a red count. Tomorrow should be a green count. It's having a good week. What did it move? From 0.011 to 0.014. What did it move? 20%. That's a decent move. Let's look at the daily chart. I mean, it doesn't look great. Let's see what happened. So people were telling me, oh my God, look at this awesome move on Litecoin. I'm looking at it against Bitcoin. This is Litecoin against Bitcoin. Like, it's okay. I mean, when I drew this red line, I said if it closes below this red line, Litecoin is in serious trouble. But as you can see, it never closed below this line. And I'm really looking at Litecoin in terms of Bitcoin, because that's your opportunity cost. If you're holding Litecoin, you're a Bitcoiner. The question is, would you make more money holding Bitcoin, or would you make more money holding it in Litecoin? So if you were short during this run, you had an 8 candle. So the next candle was either going to be a 9, telling you to potentially take a profit, or a 1 telling you to go into cash. Either way, you're exiting this trade, or looking to. Colors are flipping. Nothing really to write home about. It's having a good day. It's about to bump against the daily 50-day moving average. Can it close above it? Like, look, guys, I'm not going to be excited about Litecoin until, let me see. Let me zoom out a bit. I may not have much time for your questions. I apologize. All right. I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to draw my personal Mendoza line on Litecoin. And I actually I have Litecoin. It's the only altcoin I have. Thank you to your donations in Litecoin, by the way. It's the only reason why I have them. So there, 0.019, whatever this line is, okay? Now, why did I draw this line? Come on, give me. Why can't I pull up the thing? Oh, maybe I didn't finish drawing it yet. Why can't I pull up coordinates? That's weird. Anyway, so this line is at 0.019, okay? Why did I draw this line? I drew it because this was the cup and handle. See this cup and handle, and it busted out. When a cup and handle busts out, it's supposed to go the full length of this. Too cluttered. Too cluttered. Boom. 9, sell. 9, sell. 9, buy. 9, buy. 13, buy. Followed by, you could have waited for the 13.9. Actually, this 13 shouldn't have happened. I got to fix that little bug. One tiny little bug I need to fix. I didn't realize it would be a big deal, but if I'm noticing it, I need to fix that. I think it's already fixed. I just haven't had time to go to the GitHub and get the latest code. That thank you, by the way, my coder. I don't know if I want to say your name, but thank you for fixing my bugs. Okay, so this line, boom, boom, cup and handle, target never met. Okay, if it gets back above this line, the target is back in play. So that's what I'm waiting for. Until Litecoin can close above 0.019, I'm not trusting it. The most likely scenario is it would get rejected. I'm gonna take a copy. I'm gonna paste it. The most likely scenario is we get rejected, and go here, and then the moving averages are gonna cross, and Litecoin's gonna go back down. Now that's the most likely scenario. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen. I wouldn't give this scenario all that much probability, but it's more than 50% probability that we're about to get rejected. However, here's the good news for you, Litecoin holders. This is not a reversal candle, and this is a big bust out candle. So if the next candle can be also closing above the 50-day moving average, then this actually I'd put it at 50-50. 50-50. I don't trade anything 50-50. I want the odds like 75-25 in my favor, and then hopefully I make some money. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't put that error. But anyway, 50-50 right now. I don't like the 50-day moving average. It could be a rejection. All right, let's move on. Oops. What is this? Monero. Okay, so a lot of people are trying to say Tone was right about the Monero bust out. Was Tone right? I don't know. Okay, and here's why. I was talking about Monero, and of course I'm an idiot. I mean, I never bought a single Monero. I've never had a fraction of a Monero. I don't have anything in Monero. Now, I should, and I've been talking about, oh my God, this thing is going to bust out. Monero is going to do amazingly well. And go back to older videos. Somewhere around here, okay? So over a month ago, oh God, over 2 months ago, I've been saying Monero should bust out. But then it started to fall. And when it started to fall, I almost gave up on this triangle, almost. So I didn't think this was going to happen. I know, was I right? Probably not, because we fell out of the triangle and it was a huge bear trap, and then boom, it busted out. Now, I expected this candle back here somewhere. Like I expected this candle a month ago. This is weekly candles, by the way. Oh God, I expected this candle a month and a half ago at least, okay? And I expected this candle from the top of the triangle all the way to 0.04. So I don't know. Those that listened to me and held on to their Monero trade did well, but they were down big. And I would have advised them to just cut their losses and give up on this thing. And then boom, this week had a huge bust out. I guess I can go to the daily chart. Oh man, I did not see that one. Well, if you had my indicator, not my indicator, but if you had this indicator, oh, and look what you got. Whoa, I wasn't even gonna go to a daily Monero chart, guys. Consider yourselves lucky right now. Oh man, look, this candle here told you to potentially the fall was over. It wasn't over. It made it to it started a new count. Let me go to the back test. Oh man, I know I want to get to your questions, but this is just beautiful. Oh my God, back test. Oh my God, look, the 13 buy happened on a 1, right? So your color is flipping. So there's nothing on the green side of the indicator that's telling you to be ultra bullish. So this is a complete mix. The red 2 is telling you to potentially short because the 2 is trading below the 1. If you take this short play on the daily chart, you can hold it into the 9. And then look, this 8, tiny, tiny candle, tiny doji right there. Not the best reversal candle. I would have liked to see it I would have liked to see 6 down here and 7 down there and then 8 down here for the doji. But it doesn't matter. The 9 is telling you, hey, your short might be coming to an end. Boom, the price flip. It's known as a price flip right here. Price flip. Red 9 to a green 1. Price flip. And then 2 never went above the 1. The moment this 3 candle started trading above the 2, boom, you can buy Monero. And you're holding it, and guess when you're selling? Right here. This 9 is a weak candle. Take your profit, wait, let it come back to the top of the triangle. This is the daily chart. The triangle still holds on a daily chart. You can zoom it out. You can make it more perfect. Man, I had no idea that was a 9, and this is a 9 right here. Today is the 9, guys. Don't mess with the 9s. Don't mess with the 9s. Okay, I don't. I pay attention to them. Okay, we can go back to Bitcoin Weekly. By the way, the first time I ever pulled up the syndicator on Bitcoin was on this week right here, and I'm like, boom, 9 all-time high. Bitcoin $3,000. 9. Don't mess with it. Don't mess with the 9. Be cautious. You don't have to sell, but you have to pay attention. Okay. All right, let's get to back to Monero here. That's it, guys. I think that's it. Man, I want to talk about. Shoot. All right. How do I exit this now? Is it F11? It's clearly not it. I don't know what that was. Escape. Is it F12? See, this is why I don't do full screen mode, because now I don't know how to get out of it. F9? F9. F9 did something. Okay. Oh, there goes that. F10? That's clearly not it. I don't know what I turned on. Oh, man. I'm kind of stuck in screen mode here. That sucks. How am I going to get to I really thought it was F11. But I'm not sure what that's doing. I don't want to waste time. I'm limited on time. I don't even know what my battery is right now. How do I refresh this page? Man. No. No. Just gonna go through all the Fs. All right, let's just go through this real quick. I can't refresh it. So Bitcoin is way more profitable to mine than BCash. BCash is a complete garbage. They're mining 1 block per hour again. It's completely ridiculous. It's a blatant attack on Bitcoin. Here is, again, this isn't updated. Here we go. SegWit blocks are more than 1 megabyte in size. We actually have transactions. Here's the god-awful profitability of BCash, and this is their inflation is out of control, and this is their hash rate. It goes up to 40% versus Bitcoin, and then it crashes back down to 0. Like this is not. I don't even know what it is. Here's the Bitcoin mempool. It's look at this, 18 satoshis per byte. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. Okay, only 4,000 transactions that need to be done. They are fairly large transactions. It's 4,000 transaction backlog, almost 5,000 transaction backlog with 18 megabytes of size. And each time a block is mined, as long as the block isn't mined by Antpool, you're looking at about 1 to 2,000 transactions in the block. Here's an Antpool block that was actually full. God, what happened there? Maybe they fell asleep. They forgot to mine an empty block. Wow. Anyway, let me digress. Enough. Okay. Well, I think I'm done with my tabs. Oh wait, I just switched tabs. There we go. Why am I here again? Okay. Anyway, yeah, I gotta get out. I gotta exit this mode somehow, and not exactly sure how. Oh, exit full screen. There you go. There's one way of doing it. I don't know. For some reason, my buttons didn't work. All right, we got 28%. I got about 20 minutes for questions. Let me stop screen share. All right. Man, I don't understand why everyone was like calling me. I tried F11. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, Rich, you're doing questions for me. Thank you. Let's take a look at your questions. All right, first questions. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts with Alex Petrov's defense of 2x? I don't know. I don't know. Look, I really like Bitfury. I really, really do. I think Bitfury was the miner that I've praised the most over the years, right? So Bitfury was my favorite mining operation and chip maker. Slush has always been my favorite Bitcoin pool. And I don't understand why Bitfury is defending 2x. I don't understand. This is just like I didn't understood why Bitmain was against SegWit, and then it all became clear, ASIC boost. I don't understand why Bitfury is in support of 2x. I don't get it. Like maybe someone needs to explain it to me. Maybe there'll be some kind of a revelation that there is some kind of a advantage that Bitfury has if we go to 2x. I don't know. So I don't know why he's such a big supporter. I got very angry when I heard that Alex Petrov said on the other show that I wasn't on that 90% of the miners are in support of SegWit 2x. And I think that is very misleading, especially having said that, before SegWit was officially being used and live tested. So I think there will be a lot more on this. We will try and reach out to Alex. Maybe he'll do a podcast with me. I would love to talk to him about this. Maybe he'd be interested. I'm on good terms with Alex. I hope he's not upset over my little rant that morning. So I want to talk to him. I just don't understand. I don't understand why anyone is supporting 2x. The only excuse that's it's not acceptable to me, but the only excuse that could be acceptable is I signed an agreement and I'm a man of my word. Now, I can debate that, but that's a reason I understand. Any other reason why we need 2x, I don't yet understand, and I need to be convinced. Okay, so I will accept your reason that I signed an agreement, I'm a man of my word, and then I will explain to you why you need to renege on not signing, and people will respect you even more by not going through with it, right? So I can make that argument, but that's a debatable argument. Anything else, I don't understand how that's even debatable. All right, let's move on. Bernanke will now be a keynote speaker at blockchain conferences. Do you feel like my reality is broken? Okay, so Bernanke doesn't know anything about blockchains. He doesn't. At this point in Ben Bernanke's career, he is a man for hire to speak at keynotes in order for other people to make money on ticket sales. Ben Bernanke could learn blockchains, but he's listening to the wrong people. Ben Bernanke is going to be listening to the people that want to make money off of Ben Bernanke. And they will pay Ben Bernanke money because they will make money off of Ben Bernanke. If Ben Bernanke really cared about the technology, he would learn it from people that aren't looking to leech off of him to make more money. And he's a very busy man. He probably doesn't have the time to learn blockchains, and he doesn't care. At this point, he's just a speaker. He will make his, $40,000, $50,000 to speak at an event, and that event will have thousands of people show up, and those people will pay, $3,000, $4,000 to attend the event. Or it'll be a private event where something like Ripple wants to get banks to pay him like, $50,000, $100,000, for like R3 did, which was completely ridiculous. Anyway, so that's what I think. So if you want Ben Bernanke to learn blockchains, point him to the World Crypto Network, point him to my channel, point him to Andreas Antonopoulos, point him to a very small fraction of other people that will teach Ben Bernanke blockchains without trying to leech off of Ben Bernanke for personal gain, okay, and make money off of him, right? I mean, in a way, you can say that if I was to do an interview with Ben Bernanke, it would come at a huge personal gain to me because my popularity would go through the roof and I would get a lot more people watching my channel. So in a way, that is profit. But I would also talk to him privately without anybody knowing that I talked to him. I'll even write an NDA to have absolutely zero financial gain from it, other than have him be educated on what a blockchain actually is, and that he should, stay away from Ripple as far away as possible because Ripple is just a scam, right? So that's just my opinion. All right, next. Have you watched Banking on Bitcoin on Netflix yet? I have not watched it yet, but I will. Hold on a second. Without actually doxing myself or doxing the video. I haven't watched it yet, but someone sent me a link to it I don't know if this. Maybe I should watch it on YouTube before it gets taken down. But I don't know if it's something that needs to be paid for or not. I'll watch it. So we'll see. I'll check it out. I know Charlie Shrem is in it. I think I had like a bunch of scenes in that movie that didn't make the final cut. I think because like some of those scenes look very familiar, and I remember the directors, and I remember when it was being filmed, and there was some scenes from the Bitcoin Center, and I was at that Bitcoin Center, like running some of the markets, I think I've even signed consents to have me in the movie but I guess my scenes just didn't make the cut, and that's fine. Again, it's not a big deal. Would have been cool, not a big deal. All right, next. Two of my friends are asking me about buying Ripple. Why is Ripple being pumped, and how can I convince them not to buy it? Well, you can convince them not to buy it by having them go to my YouTube channel. And one of my most popular videos is me and Peter Todd explaining why Ripple is complete and utter nonsense. People will always pump because Ripple is cheap. Ripple is worth less than a penny or 20 cents, and they think they can be billionaires. God, I wouldn't. Just tell your friends when they lose their money, you're not going to bail them out. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I've been saying the same crap about Ethereum since inception. Look where it got me anyway. Just a bunch of aggravation. All right, next. Do you think mining hardware manufacturers want as many implementations of Bitcoin as possible to sell as many miners as possible? Of course they do. I'm not even gonna get into details. Like not just implementations of Bitcoin. Like Jihan and Bitmain would make so much money if Litecoin became more popular because they also sell Litecoin hardware. Of course they do. There's no need for details. All right, next. Who actually did the BCash fork, and how did it have money in it right from the start? Good question. I don't know. I can speculate, but it's just speculation. Look, there's lots of bad actors out there. They always try to hard fork Bitcoin. Where did that money come from? Well, they probably came from early Bitcoin adopters that now want to control Bitcoin development. You can speculate on who those actors are. Next, I don't want to control Bitcoin development. Look, I don't want to control the nuclear power plant in my country. I don't. I'm not qualified to do so. I don't want to control the Bitcoin code. I want Bitcoin code to be controlled by the smartest people to do it. Just like I want nuclear engineers to control the nuclear power plant so that we don't die, I want blockchain engineers to control Bitcoin code so Bitcoin works. It's that simple. You can call it appeal to authority. I call it smart. Your call. All right, next. Okay, I did that question already. I want to sell my BCH. You want to sell your BCash, but it's on a keep key. Who haven't enabled BCH transactions yet? Is it better to wait for this or to take the risk of messing around with the process of selling now? Well, excuse me, guys. Let's sneeze. Well, if it's on a keep key and keep key hasn't enabled you, I already see the next question, and I'm so aggravated. Rich, what are you doing to me? I was in a good mood today. Anyway, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I got 10 more minutes, and let me make sure we can get to it. 21%. Awesome. This computer is great, by the way. I love it. My battery runs for a long time. I can run the battery. I can do these videos for like 3 hours. That's absolutely amazing. On my Surface, I had like 30 minutes. This is absolutely great. I have the shout out to Lenovo. This is the Lenovo ThinkPad Yoga X1 Generation 2, fully loaded. Awesome laptop. Absolutely love it. All right. BCH on a keep key. All right. This is why I never been a big fan of a keep key. I'm kind of like Trezor as my number one. I kind of like Ledger, but I was always iffy of hardware wallets. I was never a big pusher of hardware wallets. I'm using a Trezor now for the first time as of about a month ago. As of this month, actually. It's still August. After I sold all my BCash, I started using a Trezor. I'm still nervous about using a Trezor. I am different. I'm different when it comes to privacy. I'm different when it comes to internet security. I'm different. I'm just not a fan of hardware wallets. They make me nervous. I prefer other means of storing my Bitcoin. I don't like to talk about my means of storing my Bitcoin because then other people are going to know how I store my Bitcoin. But I'm not a big fan of hardware wallets. I think there are more user-friendly solutions that have a less probability of you totally losing your Bitcoin. Maybe I'll do a whole episode on that. But if they're on a keep key, you're kind of screwed. It's like Coinbase. You have to wait for them. You have to keep harassing them to give you the functionality to split it, because I don't know what you can do about it. I just don't. Sorry. Maybe you can take your 12-word seed from the keep key, import it into a, you have to Google this. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can take a 12-word seed, import it into a BCH wallet, and pull your BCH. But before you do that, make sure you move it out of the keep key. But if that doesn't work and you move your Bitcoins out of the keep key, well, actually, you'll still be able to get your BCH, right? Because once keep key implements the BCH feature, you can just use that old private key with no Bitcoin on it to get your BCH. I mean, I'm not the one to go to for advice. I mean, I'm sure someone online has converted their keep key coins into BCH and sold them. You just have to find that person and read their instructions. And be careful. Don't lose your Bitcoin while doing it. All right, next question is unreasonably aggravating to me. I've actually already reached out to Blockstream, and I asked them for some more information, and I really want to make a video just on this topic. Here's the question. What about Bilderberg's AXA paid $55 million to Blockstream to promote SegWit? Is there a government control in the Bitcoin blocks? That is such a terrible. Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna relax. All right, give me a second here. Tone, come down. Calm down. Calm down. This is complete and utter propaganda. I will make a standalone video to address this topic. Some very smart people didn't want to lose key Bitcoin core developers to a company like Goldman Sachs that can pay them $500,000. Okay? So this company, with Adam Back as a founder, Alex Fowler as a founder, Austin Hill as a founder. Austin Hill is no longer with Blockstream, but Austin Hill had a lot of connections that was able to bring in some money. This group got together and said, hey, wouldn't it be great if some of the smartest minds that are programming Bitcoin would actually get paid? They've spent years volunteering. Bitcoin is doing amazing things. Wouldn't it be great if some of these smart people would get paid? So what they did was they went out and tried to raise money. And a person that I actually know, who's a VC that works with connecting people with money, people with ideas, this person said, hey, I know a financial institution that likes to invest in interesting projects. Let me connect you guys with this company out of Europe. I think they're in France. I honestly, don't hold me to that. They're called AXA. It's an insurance company. It's an insurance company with an investment division. They like to invest in interesting things. Bitcoin might be interesting for an insurance company. So this company threw in some money into the $55 million round that Blockstream was raising. AXA put in some money. They didn't put in $55 million. I don't know how much money they put in. They put in money along with, what, 20 other companies. If I had to guess, if I had to pull a number out of my ass, I would say AXA threw in $5 million. Maybe. I have no idea what that number is. It wasn't 55 million, I can guarantee you that. They threw that money in. They knew what they were throwing that money into. They threw that money into a pool for Blockstream to pay developers. What these developers program is outside of the control of AXA. They're just looking for their return. How are they going to get that return? I don't know. Maybe they bought some Bitcoin and they're just banking on that Bitcoin going up in price. I don't know. This is one of the reasons why you invest in things like Bitcoin. Okay, you buy the Bitcoin, and then you invest in its ecosystem so that Bitcoin itself makes money. Okay, maybe they just want it to be different. Now, here's where the conspiracy theory comes in. Bilderbergs is a conspiracy. Here's what Bilderbergs is. Bilderbergs is exactly what Satoshi Roundtable is. It's a bunch of people, early Bitcoin adopters, I guess they're mostly rich people, that once a year like to get together, drink, talk shit without a bunch of, people in their goddamn way. Okay? They don't rule the world. They don't make global policy. They don't make any rules. Okay? Bilderbergs is just another conference. It's a conference that you are not invited to. And that's why you are interested in it. It's completely irrelevant. The head of the Bilderberg conference is also was the CEO of AXA. I wonder why that is. Let's see. You have a conference that the entire world considers a conspiracy theory, that they rule the world. Maybe we should put someone in charge of this conference that perhaps just runs an insurance company that isn't even that big. Like, imagine the crap coming down on Bilderberg if the CEO of the conference was the CEO of Goldman Sachs, or Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan. Okay, this is how conspiracy theory begins. All right. So the guy runs an insurance company, and they asked him to be in charge of a conference, and he quit that job a year ago. He doesn't even do it anymore. It's not even him. This is complete nonsense. Okay, complete nonsense. All right. AXA controls Bitcoin development. The banksters and AXA controls Bitcoin development about as much as whichever commercial shows up. I monetize my YouTube channel now. You have a commercial. You have a commercial on that channel. Okay? Whoever runs that commercial has as much say as what I do with this content, as much as AXA has to go. You think AXA tells Gregory Maxwell what to say? You think AXA tells Peter Willa what to program into Bitcoin? You guys are nuts. You guys are nuts. Go read your conspiracy theories. This is why this question is so aggravating. All right, next. Can you pull up a daily Litecoin chart with a numerical indicator? And the next question is, when do you see Bitcoin get a privacy layer, I guess? So I see Bitcoin getting a privacy layer probably sometime next year, probably towards the end of next year. All right, chart of Litecoin. Let's do it. God, that AXA, it bothers me so much. This is, stop going to RBTC. Stop reading conspiracies, guys. It's not healthy for you. Not healthy at all. All right, where's Litecoin? All right, here's Litecoin weekly. I thought I did Litecoin daily. Here's Litecoin daily. Here's your indicator. I guess somebody came in late. Look, it's a good candle. It's having a good day. If you're only trading this indicator, you could have got long right here. You could have. You could have taken a chance right here. Okay, and that's about it. All right, guys, I do need to go. I got dinner. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you for coming in live. Let me stop my screen share one more time. But again, like I said, I wouldn't do it. You have the 50-day moving average right here. Let me go back to my video. I can look at the chat now. I'm looking at the chat. I mean, thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for watching the World Crypto Network. You guys watching us in the morning, that's great. That show has been getting a lot of popularity. Reach out to me for consulting sessions if you need, if you want to talk to me one-on-one. I usually send out a bunch of info on the indicator. I want people to do their homework. Oh yeah, speaking of this, all right, maybe I should say it. Ability for you to print money. I just don't, okay? These are just tools. These are just tools. Being a good trader is not easy. It's a job. It's a full-time job. It's a full-time job I don't have time for anymore because I do videos now. Okay, it's hard. So you have to study. And people that are upset at me that I'm not holding their hand and teaching them how to learn how to trade and they're not making money is really not my problem, guys. These consulting sessions, I mean, they're not cheap. And they're designed for higher net worth individuals. And they're designed for traders. And they're designed for people that understand risk. I can teach you the basics of trading, but 90% of that work you need to do on your own. I'll just guide you. I'll help you out. That's fine. But you're really on your own to learn this stuff. I did. That's why, like I said, 10 years trading experience. I've been there. Okay, it's not easy. All right. So that's about it, right? Like if you do want to advance your trading a little bit, if you think I can help you in helping you be a better trader, then reach out. The consulting rate is 0.1 Bitcoins per hour. I'll help you understand the syndicator. I'll send you some reading material. I'll send you presentations that other people have done on it. I haven't had time to do my own. I'll send you, other resources that people have about the syndicator. It's been around for 25 years. The fact that you haven't heard of it just means you haven't taking your trading to that level like a professional trading desk. And that's where I have some experience, which is why it wasn't new to me. Anyway, I do have to go. I have to go eat a barbecue right now. And thank you very much for watching. Catch us tomorrow morning on Today in Bitcoin. Bye, guys.